Healing's a very interesting experience, and what I've been sitting with lately is I have this ideal for how I want to be as a person, who I want to be as a person. And the most important thing that I'm doing, I think, on my journey of healing, I mean, maybe it's not the most important thing, but consciously creating myself is something that is very necessary. And knowing exactly what it is that I'm doing, why it is that I'm doing it, this new person of me that I'm creating, and especially in the moments that it's actually very challenging to do so, bring the energy of that person in. And if that means setting boundaries, then it's a matter of setting boundaries. Um, but what's important is the creation of that new person, right? Because healing is essentially that. You are allowing yourself to experience the opposite of what was previously experienced. And with that, it's just a total change of behaviors. But it's not just behaviors. It's thoughts, it's feelings, it's beliefs, right? And when you do that, you're completely transforming yourself. You are becoming somebody different, right? Your energy shifts, and the people around you notice that. It's very interesting because on my journey of healing, I've had a lot of pushback from people because I'm different. My energy has shifted. Once you learn things about yourself, about life, about the trauma that you experienced, you don't see things the same anymore. You see things very differently. And it completely shifts how you approach life, how you approach yourself, how you approach people. And it's just so interesting because when it might be, and it has been for me, when you set boundaries with people, people that aren't used to boundaries, people that don't like boundaries, people that don't have boundaries, they're going to treat that as a personal attack. And it's very interesting because it's not a personal attack. It's just a matter of this is myself, this is my frame, these are my boundaries. Here's a yes and here's a no, right? And people don't like that, especially when you have showed up for them in their life in a completely different way, right? And it's very interesting to kind of like see how that unfolds and evolves because if you really want to see who's going to stay in your life, set boundaries. And you might find that even after 20 years of somebody being in your life, that like you set boundaries with them and they're like, what do you do? Like, it's like, it happens. It really does. It really does. It's very real. Um, Somebody that was in your life, or, somebody that's been in your life for 20 or 30 years, if you set boundaries with them, you might find that they don't want that they don't like that. And that's okay. What's most important in general, but I'll say it for myself, is doing the best that I can for myself and setting those boundaries and, being just being consistent with them, being firm with them, maintaining them and everything. When you are a people pleaser, a codependent, somebody who has either permeable or no boundaries at all, and you're very concerned with how people see you, how they might feel about you, what they might say about you, um, it's very hard to set boundaries because you're relying on other people for your sense of self, right? You are outsourcing your sense of self. So it's very interesting how all of this stuff unfolds and how when you really look at the creation of the self, um, or I should say the new creation of the self consciously through the process of healing, it's really a matter of bringing that ideal that you have for yourself into every new situation, all the while being kind with yourself, being hard on yourself is bullshit. It's not real. I've been there. I know what it feels like. I thought that that was the way, and it's not. Mind you, that you are healing decades of unconscious patterns and conditioning, right? You're not going to heal overnight. You're not going to change overnight. You know, and the more kind you are with yourself, I have found this at least, the more kind you are with yourself, the better you'll be.